So, there's two properties about triangles that we have got to know. So the first one, I'm just going to do that. Good. Okay. So the first one that we have got to know, number one, is that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So write that out. Sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay. So are you fine with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So to give you an example, it must be angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degrees. Now, and now, what is the reason that we use for that? We always write in block brackets angles of triangle. Okay, so that's the reason, and you've got to give me that because you get a mark for that. So if I were to fill in some values over here, let's say this one is 60, that one is 45, and this one is x. We can then say, if I have to calculate that angle B, I'm going to say x plus the 60 plus the 45 will give me 180. Okay, and then we've got to have our reason of angles of a triangle. So that means that x will be 180 minus that 60 and minus the 45. Now, which means that x will be 75 degrees.
Is that how you calculate it, ma'am?
Sorry?
Is that how you calculate x?
Yes, yeah. So that is an example of what I'm going to give you, and then you've got to work out what x is. So then we use this property of a triangle that the sum of the interior angles are equal to
And that should also apply to
the yellow.
So
Yes, yeah, you must have angles of triangle. Okay, you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's look at our second property of a triangle that you've got to know. Okay, so the second one, let's first write it out in words. It says the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Okay, are you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so what do they mean with exterior angle? An exterior angle is outside. No. Okay, now you will see that I have triangle ABC, but this side of BC was extended to D. So as soon as they extend one of the sides, meaning they just make that line longer, right? If they extend it, now over here, that would be an exterior angle.
Let's see what this is.
Yeah, that part. That's on the outside of the triangle. No. Okay, now what are they saying? The exterior angle of a triangle, so this one, no, is equal to the sum of, so I've got to add up, the two interior opposite angles. Okay, now I've got three angles interior, meaning inside. I've got angle A, angle B, and angle C. What would be the opposite angles from that exterior angle? It would be A and B. Can you see they are opposite that exterior angle? Why am I not using this angle? Because it's right next to. It's not opposite. No. Do you get that part? Okay. So what I want you to see is this interior angle, and let's make it a little star, that interior angle. If I were to add them, it will be equal to this exterior angle. So angle A plus angle B will be equal to this exterior angle. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so let's just quickly do an example of that. Are you still copying anything from here?
They have nothing to do with D, man.
No, we don't need D.
Don't you need?
No. Can I give you an example of this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, just one thing. The rule that we use here is exterior, but you don't have to write the whole word. I just write exterior angle triangle. That's your rule. Okay. Good. Yes. Sorry? Yes, you get a mark for the reason, so you've got to write the reason as well. Okay. Can I skip? Right, so let's look at example 1. Right. Okay, let's do a... So let's make it A, B, C, D. This is 127 degrees. That's 35. And this is X. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to see is if I go and add these two, I'm going to have that equal to the 127, right? Because of that rule of the exterior angle. Right. Okay, so let's write it out. So we're going to say X plus the 35, wat gaan aan met my pen, will be equal to 127 degrees. Then my reason, you've got to give that. And then we say exterior angle triangle. You all fine with that? Okay, so now from there it's like normal solving the equation. So let's take that 35 over. So it would be 127 minus the 35. So X would be, I don't know how close. 27, 3. Ja, jy's reg, 92, well done. Sien ek was lui. 92 degrees, good. Okay. How does it seem? So far so good? Okay, do you want to try one on your own? Okay, try that on your own. Hello, come inside. We already started, so you can just fall in. There was one slide before this, so just make space in your book. Okay, are you done? Right, so we know that these two interior angles, if I add them, they will be equal to the exterior angle. Okay, so let's write that out. So I'm going to say x plus 62 is going to give me 122, and the reason must be exterior angle triangle.
And we use calculator.
Yep. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to say x will then be 122 minus the 62. So, come on. So x will be 60. Okay, let me show you where you're going to get your marks, right? You're going to get a mark for saying that. You're going to get a mark for your reason. And then get a mark for your final answer. So 3 marks, no? For something that's actually really simple. No? Okay. Right. Can we start mixing it up? Good. This is now example 3. Kom ek maak dit 'n bietjie moeiliker. Okay, maybe just to let him quickly catch up, we do one easy one. Kyk hoe nice is ons met jou, né? 80 degrees and x. Okay, go. You missed out on that one. We said the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. Yes, so that's what we're using here. Right? And what is that?
It's a 90.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead.
You and I say that's fine.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of good. I mean, that's not
Hello, I don't know who joined. I can't see now, but welcome. Okay, can I do example 3? Okay, so we know that the interior angles must add up to 180, right? And this little block here indicates a 90 degrees angle. Okay, so I can say that 80 plus 90 plus x will be 180 degrees. Reason, angles of a triangle. If you don't have it, laat knoop jou oor, né? Gotta have it every time. Okay, so then this step you don't have to write out, but I always like saying minus 90 minus 80. So that means that x will be 10 degrees. Good. Okay, now this one, we have the same thing, but now we've got x's included here, right? So we still know that the interior angles add up to 180. So we're going to say 80 plus 3x plus 2x will be equal to 180. Then my reason, angles of triangle, right? Hello, hello. Let's simplify. 3x plus 2x will give me 5x. And then take the 80 over. So it will be 180 minus 80. So I'm going to have 5x, ooh, like lelik, sorry, is equal to 100. Okay, so we divide each side by 5. So x is 20. Who got that one? Halfway? Oh, okay. Okay, what did you do? Hmm? Then I said the 90. Yeah. Minus the 80. Yeah. Is now the 10 degrees. So it's like no, you've got to say something about equal to 180. Or if you just skip directly to this step, I could also give you a mark. But you've got to say something about the 180 minus the rest of the angles. Okay. And did you have your reason? Yes, okay, good. Right, can I skip? You done? Okay. Can I make it a bit more difficult? Julle sê so vinnig, yes, yes, yes. No, I haven't worked any further than I was yesterday. Yeah, sorry. Okay, and this is going to be... Okay, there we go. But, okay, remember the rule? Which rule are we using here? You went here then, no? So I'm quickly going to skip back. Sorry, the people at home. These are the two properties of triangles that we've got to know. The first one is the three interior angles, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. Okay, so that one you know. No. Angles of a triangle, that's the reason. Okay, the second property that you've got to know about a triangle is that these two interior angles, if I add them up, they give me the exterior angle. But wait. You must use, read out the exterior angle of a triangle, and exterior means outside, right? It is equal to the sum of, so we've got to add together, the two interior opposite angles. So this angle we can't use. Can you see from that exterior angle opposite that is A and B? Okay, so make sure you use the right ones. Are you good? So I'm going to skip back to the question. There. So what would this be? Exterior angle. And are these two angles opposite it? Yes. So my rule says add these two up and it will be equal to exterior angle. Yeah. Okay. So write that out. That's your first mark. And then it's a normal equation. So you're going to have this 2x plus the 2x plus 10. Right? So can you see I added my two interior angles? And that will be equal to the exterior angle of 5x minus 10. Are you fine with that? Okay, then we've got to have a reason. Sorry, over here, but my space is a bit limited. So we're going to say exterior angle triangle. That's your reason. Okay, and now, oh, ek sien nou op die bord wys hy nie lekker nie. Now from there, it's a normal equation. So we take unknowns to the left, normal numbers to the right. Okay. You guys done? Yeah. Number 5. Can we do? Did you do 5 and 6? Okay.
I tried to do 6. It's good at that.
Okay. Who's not done with 5 yet? Okay, so kom ek doen gou-gou. So the 2x and the 2x is going to give me 4x. Okay. I just want to write out what we've got. The 5x minus 10. Okay. Right. So let's move unknowns to the left. And normal numbers to the right. So minus x or minus 1x will be minus 30. Now we can't leave it as minus, no? Yeah, that was a minus. Oh, sorry. Sorry, daai met 'n 10 wees. Sorry. And then this will be 20. Sorry, weet jy waar my kop was nie? Thank you. Okay, but we can't have minus x. No? So we divide each side by a negative. So positive x will be positive 20. Is it possible to have a negative angle? No, we can't go. No, you can't go smaller than 0 degrees. How do you get a negative degrees? No? So it's impossible. So whenever your answer ends with a negative number, then you know, it's maybe another step that I've got to do, or hello, or my answer's wrong. Okay, right. You guys fine with that? Right, now let's look at example 6. You guys now said you tried. So what do you see? I only give you 2 of the angles. What angles are the same? Yeah. The feet, yes. So what type of... Das your little stick man. Nay. Okay. So what angles will be the same? B and C. Okay, good. So that will be the first thing that you write down because you get marks for that. Nay? You're going to say angle B will be x plus 10 degrees. And why could we say that? Because it was an isosceles triangle. Nay. But in our reasons, we can't say isosceles triangle. We've got to say, what did I say yesterday? Angles opposite equal sides. Okay, so angles opposite, you don't have to write out the full word, opposite equal sides. Okay, now that is already 1 or 2 marks. Okay, so now that we know what this angle B is here, then we can say, okay, if I add up all 3 of those angles, it must be equal to 180. No, because it's interior angles of a triangle. Okay, so that's what we're going to write. So we're going to say 100 plus x plus 10 plus x plus 10 must give me 180 degrees. What's my reason? Angles of a triangle. No. Right. Who does it understand so far? Good. Okay, so now we go add up, no? 100 plus 10 is going to give me 110 plus another 10 will be 120. Okay, and then x plus x will be 2x. Okay, so let's keep the unknown on the left hand side, but move that 120 over. So it will become minus 120, right? So 2x will then be 60. So x is 30 degrees. Yeah. And then third statement, I calculated the normal answer. Okay. And I said x plus x equals to 180 minus 100 minus 3. That's fine. 2x equals 60. It's perfect. Yeah, good. Well done. Okay, can we do 2 more? Can I? Oh, you're still copying it? I just quickly want to see something. We use the 3x, 2x1. Okay. So now it's example 7, eh? Yeah. Good. Okay.
Daar was nie hele tyd vir afkondigings vir die eerste pouse.
Okay, can I go back to 7 and 8? Okay, everyone's still, oh, is everyone finished with those? Okay, let's do 7. We know interior angles will add up. So I'm going to say 2x plus the x plus 10 plus the x minus 30 will give me 180 degrees. Why? Because it's angles of a triangle. Have to have that. Okay, so 2x plus x gives me 3x plus another x, 4x. Okay, take the unknowns, the normal numbers to the right. So it will become minus 10 and plus 30. No. Okay, so 4x will then be, let me just check that I use all my numbers. 10 minus 30. So minus 20, so if I bring it over, it becomes plus 20, yes. So 200. And that means that x will be 50 degrees. You good with that? Okay, let's look at example 8. What rule are we using here? Exterior angle of a triangle. Okay, so 60 plus the 40 will give me that exterior angle of x. Now, what's my reason? Exterior angle triangle. And 60 plus 40 is going to give me 100. So x, right? X, nee man. That's 80. X will be 100. Alright, you good? That's the answer. With a minus. What was your final answer? Wait, did you have 180 something here? Remember the rule that we're using here is that these two interior angles, if I add them up, they will give me that exterior angle. Okay, it's got nothing to do with all of them add up to 180. It's a different rule that we're using. You weren't here when we did that very first slide. He was alone. Okay, but I'll skip back to that just now after I stop the recording. Okay. All right. Now, I want to quickly work through this with you guys because when the bell rings, I'm going to go. Can I skip? Okay, so example 9. Right? Over here, what type of triangle is that? Not isosceles, equilateral. And at an equilateral triangle, my angles are equal and my sides are all equal. And how big did we say would all of those angles always be? 60. So you can skip directly to x is equal to 60 degrees. Okay. Now the one that okay. Maybe I should stop there. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to give you guys homework. No? Homework is going to be it's only 4 sums, I think. Okay, so exercise 1, that is on page 147, and you're going to do A1 up until 4. Okay, you good? Right.